adjust this camera. Probably should have done this before I started recording, but what the hell. What's up, guys? It is Greg, and back with another video. Today we're doing a quick unboxing of some discs. So this is another disc golf video. If you are here for more like travel related content and that kind of stuff, tomorrow Kelsey and I are headed to New York City, and so we will be doing a lot more of just like coffee shop, food, checking out New York. She's running her first ever marathon out there, and so there's gonna be regular vlog stuff, but today the weather is terrible, so I can't go play disc golf like I have the last few days, and so I thought I would shoot a quick video talking about what came in this box here. This is my disc allotment from Ledgestone, so a bunch of unique Ledgestone discs, and I thought I would talk through each of these and why I ordered them. So if you like that, stick around and we'll jump through these. Let's start back here. I don't know why sometimes discs come in plastic. This is definitely not a disc I would keep in plastic. It is a Z Metallic Stalker. It is Ben Calloway, I believe, his line of discs. This is a little flatter than a lot of the Stalkers that I've thrown. I've also, I don't think I have a Z Stalker. I have a few Stalkers. They're not always in the bag. I tend to throw the Passion and the Undertaker, my favorite drivers, a lot more than a Stalker. But I do like Stalkers, so I ordered this a couple weeks ago when I was throwing more Stalkers, so this will probably go in the collection, but may not be a thrower kind of like right off the bat. So next one I want to share with you is a Yuli stamped Shield Buzz OS, gray Yuli stamped, so nothing else on it, just the nice pinkish purple stamp. This is a beautiful disc. I have been currently throwing drones in this spot. I was at a tournament last week and ended up getting third place, and so I had some funny money to spend, and they had some older runs of ESP drones. I picked them up. They just felt really nice in my hand. Drones are very stable, but they don't skip very much, and so I like that disc. I was throwing a Buzz OS before, so that's why I ordered this. I'm gonna stick with the drones for a little bit, but the Buzz OS is kind of right there if I ever feel like the drones are just not working for me. So Buzz OS, also not currently going in the bag. The next disc is also one that I ordered this because I thought I would really like it, and then I ended up getting one somewhere else, and I'm not a fan, and that is the Pipeline. And I know the DJI Pipeline has been a very popular disc. It's like an Undertaker with no fade, so it's kind of like a Passion but less controllable, and so it's like this weird in-between spot between my Passions and my Undertakers, and I just don't know if I need this. So my Passion is a disc that I hyzer flip to flat. It'll fade right for me throughout most of the flight, maybe a small fade at the end, but it usually ends right of where I throw it. My Undertaker, I throw flat, get a similar fade or similar turn, but then I get some more fade out of it at the end, so it usually ends up straight in line. I thought this Pipeline would kind of be more like an Undertaker, maybe a little glidier, but it just doesn't have the fade, and so I just am so used to those other discs that I feel like it just doesn't have a spot in my bag. I like it, they feel nice. I could see it being a great disc for some people. I honestly just feel like it's too close to an Undertaker, too close to a Passion, and both of those are already in my bag. So this Pipeline is not going to make the bag either. The rest of these discs are all discs that I currently bag. Not these exact ones, but these molds. So the next one I got is a Micagraf Force. Force is one of my two main distance drivers. Straight, very straight flight with reliable fade. ESP plastic is my favorite, especially this later ESP plastic. This feels very similar to a lot of the Tour Series ones that have been a little bit straighter than a lot of Forces, and so this is definitely going to be a backup thrower. Could even go in the bag pretty soon. So that's the Micagraf Force, one of my all-time favorite molds. Next, I have a really pretty Tour Series Zone. Zone is one of my all-time favorite molds, so anytime I can get unique zones, I always grab them. I thought this green edges with a little bit of the orange And the gray in there was just really pretty. The back is pretty as well. Ghost stamped 2022 Tour Series ones. I haven't thrown any of these yet, but I have quite a few of them, so this is going to go in the Zone collection, and if I need it, it'll come out. I assume these will be a little bit straighter like most ESP zones, and these ones are even puddle topped, which when you throw a lot of zones, they slowly start to work in that pedal top, especially ESP ones, and that usually means they're straighter. So I'm assuming that these out of the box will be a more straighter zone. Another zone that I'm really excited for is this beautiful like crystal blue Crystal Flex zone. It's got these nice pink stamp on it, Ledgestone series. I believe these were a rerun of the 2015 Ledgestone zones. That's why they have the old zone font up at the top. These are very flat. Feels a lot like the Get Freaky zones. In fact, they're probably essentially the same disc. I did throw my Get Freaky zone in a lake a couple weeks ago, and so I haven't had a Crystal Flex zone in my bag, but I've missed it, and so this or one of the other ones that I have in my zone collection will probably make the bag. But this is a beautiful disc. I'm really excited for this one. This plastic feels great. Another disc that I do throw a lot is the Buzz, and this is the 2022 Midnight Buzz. I really like the stamp on this, so just a Z Buzz, black Z Buzz, with a purple and silver and pink stamp. Buzzes are one of my most thrown mid-ranges. It's good to have this. I have a 2021 Midnight Buzz as well. I don't usually throw black discs. I like what they look like, but I don't like looking for them after I throw them, so I don't typically throw them. But this is going to go in the Buzz collection. If I need a Z Buzz, this may come out, but I have quite a few already in my backups. Here's a disc I don't hear a lot about, but I actually think it's a phenomenal disc. As a player who throws a lot of forehands, I don't usually need stuff that's very flippy, but when you get down to slower speeds, when you're reaching out from the side of some bushes or trees, or just trying to reach out and you're trying to throw something, throwing something really stable can force you to try to throw it too hard, versus throwing something flippy will get you can push it straighter with less power. And so that's why I always have a sole in the bag. 2022 Ledgestone edition sole. It's a Z metallic plastic, and it's flatter than most other soles I've thrown. I've had Z soles, and I had the 2021 Ledgestone sole as well. That's currently the sole in my bag. I don't feel like I need two in the bag, but I feel like this one could be a little bit of a straighter sole. Honestly, this is one of the most controllable and fun discs to throw if you're looking to have a one disc round. If you're not throwing a putter, the sole is a great option for that. I got two more to share with you. The next is the other distance driver that I've been throwing a lot of. This is an Andrew Marweed Tour Series Hurricane. Honestly, the Hurricane is like a straighter Force with less fade. I can throw them flat, get quite a bit of turn on them, and then they end straight. Throwing these things probably 40 feet further, 40 to 50 feet further, and quite a bit straighter than a Force. And so if you like the feel of Forces, if you like how you can put so much power on a Force, but you want something that flies a little straighter, these are for you. These Tour Series ones have seemed to be a little bit more stable than the PL ones. Could be just because I've been throwing those a little bit and they've broken in a bit more. But I do have one of these in the bag right now, so this is going to stay in the collection as a backup for now. Again, it's a color I don't love. I mean, I love it. It looks cool, especially with the black stamp, but I don't want to have to search for it in the woods. So let's see if you can get it up close of the cool stamp. But Hurricane's great. So essentially my max distance disc is Hurricane, and then my max distance control shot is a Force. Last disc is a Vulture. Vulture's kind of like a control driver for me. I feel I have gone back and forth throwing bonsais, a couple other discs to try to replace like the T-Bird or Explorer spot. For me, it was an Eagle, was that first spot in my bag, and then when I stopped throwing Eagles, I threw Explorers. And so I've avoided using the Vulture for that spot because it says it's a 10 speed, so it seems like a lot faster than those 7 speeds I was throwing. But in reality, it feels and flies very similar. And so I don't know if it's like the rim's deeper or they just think it goes faster. I'm not really sure what they measure the flight numbers on all the time, but the Vulture has been a good addition. I've never thrown one of these TI ones, so this is a TI swirl Vulture. So this one could go in the bag. I have 3 Vultures that I've been kind of throwing around, testing out. We'll see how this one compares. Like I said, this is kind of a slot that I've just been playing around with. I haven't quite set on it. Sometimes I throw bonsais, sometimes I throw Vultures. The Vultures probably go a little bit further. The bonsais are probably a little bit more controllable, but yeah, I'm just not sure. Something I can throw flat, little fade at the end is something I've been playing a lot with. Honestly, I have a beat-in Raptor that I can throw flat, get a little bit of turn, and then it dumps still pretty hard, but that feels more controllable than a Vulture and a bonsai often, so it's kind of a slot in my bag that I'm unsure of, but I thought I would pick up another Vulture to put some field work in and try it out. So that is my first allotment from Ledgestone. I picked a lot of these because they were discs that I was throwing or discs I wanted to try out. Nothing in here is going directly in the bag except maybe one of the zones and the Micagraf Force, but they'll all probably be in either backup bags or things that I'm going to be testing out. So if you have any questions about any of these discs or Ledgestone, let me know. I'd love to help people find the right discs for them. Again, it's not all about the discs, it's more about the person throwing, but sometimes trying out a new disc helps you unlock something or understand something more about your own game, and so that's why new discs are fun. My link from Ledgestone is down below. If you use that link, it just helps me out, helps support what I do, helps me make more content, helps me play more events and that kind of stuff, so I really appreciate that. But until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.